Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny. I'm Death from Above. It's time to do the sidearms and the heavies. We're going to talk about the top sidearms and my top heavy weapons from the Taken King. Now, these are not ranked based on anything other than what I think. So, if you disagree, by all means, let me know in the comments which ones are your top heavies and which are your top sidearms. I'm more interested to know. Don't think of this as a definitive list. Think of this as the most effective list for me in year 2 Destiny. But it's kind of a good recap of which guns I used and which guns were good in year 2 Destiny. So let's start with the sidearms. So we got number 3 right here, the Iron Wreath. This is my number 3 sidearm from the Taken King, the Iron Wreath. This was the Iron Banner sidearm that you could get from good old Salad Bar. You get it as a drop, or you can get it from a package, or you can get it from him. So my Iron Wreath has Zen Moment. I love Zen Moment on a sidearm, and Hot Swap along with Quick Draw, so I can pull this gun out real fast. My pullout game is real fast. So we're just gonna slide right by that comment. No, sir, don't do it. Don't do it. All right, we're good. It's an interesting thing about sidearms with me, though. I don't like the silenced sidearms. I like my open muzzle sidearms. So let's take a look at my number 2, and this is an interesting one because it's a gun I have on PlayStation that I haven't really used much on Xbox, but on PlayStation I really like it, and that is the new Monarchy Conviction 2 sidearm. It is an open muzzle, so you get the pop and the blast, and it's really cool. I like this one a lot. I really do. I don't know what it is about open muzzle non-silenced sidearms that I really like over the silenced ones, but there's only, I think, 2 non-silenced sidearms, and they're my favorites. I need you to not shoot me. Now, with the recent 2.4 update, sidearms did get a buff, and you can feel it. They are stronger. They do have better range, so I am enjoying sidearms now. But my number 1 sidearm from the Taken King, it's the good old Jabberwocky, just the Vanguard sidearm. Nothing special about it. I just like it. I have one of these on PlayStation as well, and I used it so much. It became ridiculous how good I was with it. So it wasn't ridiculous. I just really enjoyed it. So my current Jabberhakke on Xbox, I don't know why on PlayStation I had better versions of sidearms than Xbox, but PlayStation was about the best I could do with sidearms. I have reactive reload, hot swap, and snapshot. Very good. Really like the Jabber, something like that. But it was my number 1 sidearm, and I used it a lot for a while. I haven't used it as much since, but I used it a lot for a good bit. You're just gonna have to go. Oh, I'm dead. Alright, well, let's get into the heavies. We're going to go over the honorable mentions, then we'll talk about my favorite exotic heavies, and then we'll go over the top legendary heavies. So, right now we're going to do the honorable mentions. 3 honorable mentions. First, Quillam's Terminus. This is a workhorse for PvE. If you're using a machine gun in PvE, you're using the Quillam's Terminus. I have a harrowed Quillam's Terminus with Eye of the Storm extended mag, cocoon, accurized ballistics. I really don't mess with the stats on it. I just leave it at this. I guess I could do small bore, but I like having the extended mag for PvE situations. I don't use this in PvP, but it's really good in PvP actually. If you wanted to, you could. My second honorable mention, the JLB-47, and the only reason this one is an honorable mention is because I have so many other good heavies that I used just a little bit more than this one. But if you have a grenades and horseshoes with soft launch, this is a year 2 beast as well. You can get it from the gunsmith. He had it a couple different times. Recent nerf to grenades and horseshoes has made it less effective, though. Gotta admit that. And my third honorable mention is the Hothead, a gun I have absolutely never used, but I think it looks awesome. I like it better than the Dragon's Breath because I have never seen anybody else with this gun. Now, I know a lot of other people have it. I just never seen it because people don't use it. It's just a cool looking gun. It's like the Eye is Luna. It's like the In Times of Need. It's the legendary version of an exotic weapon. Visually, stat-wise, it's terrible. Have awful perks on it, but you can only, I think there's only one way to get this gun, and that's when you complete a quest line. You can choose it, or it gives you one. I don't know if it gives you a choice or it just gives you one, and you get the RNG of having it. But I have put a video up on this about a long time ago. It's my number 1 video on my channel. because it got attached to a Mr. Fruit video. So the hot hat has a special place in my inventory. So let's look at exotics. You can already see them. We're not going to be doing a lot of testing of the heavies just because there's no way I can get heavy ammo for all of them and use them all back to back. And I like to do live comms, that way you can get kind of what I'm thinking, what I'm doing. So my number 3 exotic, are you guys ready? You've already seen what they are. Let's just talk about the rankings. So number 3 exotic is the Thunderlord. I like this gun. It's a fun gun. We'll get a couple shots off with it. And pop. Actually, we'll get 2 shots off with it. Let's just finish the mag. The Thunderlord is awesome just because it is the Thunderlord. You guys know it. It's from year 1. We're not going to go into too much detail, but you see it has lightning rounds. The weapon fires faster and more accurately the longer the trigger is held. That's awesome. It has the right rate of fire and impact. It's a hard-hitting gun, and it does have the ability to chain lightning to enemies. It's kind of a hidden talent that it has. So Thunderlord is awesome. Number 2, the Sleeper Simulant, just because of its utility in PvE. You can take it in PvP, and it's hilarious, but in PvE, this is the one that you're doing in the raid. This is the one you're taking down bosses with. This is the one you're running strikes with. This is the one you're having fun with, just because of how strong it is. And just how strong it is in PvE and the utility that it has. It was supposed to be the successor to the Yallarhorn. It's a different place than that, but it's definitely a good gun, and it was a cool quest line to get it. I remember when the day it came online, I was up early just doing stuff, and people were talking about it. I was like, what is this? And I just started doing it. I was like, oh, the Sleeper's here. So cool gun. I like it. Number 1, the Raze-Lighter. This sword, man, you can't see it because I don't have any heavy ammo, but this sword did so much work for me in year 2 just because of the exotic attack, increased damage for your RT attack. This gun will waste people, waste bosses, rip shields, rip health. You got to get up close, and it does a lot of damage. It's just a great heavy to use in certain situations in PvE. If you want to be cheeky, you can use it in PvP too, but you got to get real close. So really good gun. Using the solar light uppercut with the extra damage. It's just a really strong, I said gun, but heavy weapon. So those are my top 3 exotics. What about them legendaries? Legendaries I think are cooler because you get interesting rolls. The exotics, everybody's got them, but the legendaries are going to be very different. There's a battle going on over there. So number 3 legendary weapon. You saw it a minute ago. It's the Vertigo. And it's because I have grenades and horseshoes. It edges out the JLB-47 just a little bit just because the stats are just a little bit better. And I've had it a little bit longer. This was the vendor version you could buy from Future War Cult back before the April 2.2 update. And it was very strong. It was one of the first heavies I bought during the Taken King. And it served me very well for a long time. Then I got a 47. Then I got a Tormo's Bellows with tripod. And I haven't used it much. But I leave it on different characters so I don't have to switch guns around. And have a great heavy for PvP. Very strong rocket launcher. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and pop a hip. Nah, we'll wait. You saw me shoot that one a minute ago. So you know how it does. Next, my number 2 legendary heavy. The Ruin Wake. We are going to pop a heavy synth for this one. The Ruin Wake, I think I got this out of a drop at the very beginning of the Taken King. And it became, we're going to look at the talents before I shoot it, and you're going to understand why I like it so much. So, this is my PvP machine gun. Machine gun for PvP. Counterbalance, rifled barrel, hidden hand with soft ballistics. Great range, great target acquisition, great stability. A great heavy for PvP. I've used this sucker so much in PvP, and I got it very early in the Taken King. So, it was really good. Oh, Wizard. Hi. Oh, wow. Resist. There's a lot going on over here, huh? I need you to back up, sir. So, the Ruin Wake is an extremely strong PvP heavy for me. Just because of the talent setup I have on mine. It's really good. I really like it. I used it so much in the beginning because it was the best heavy I had. And it's still the best heavy I have for PvP. It has not been replaced. So that's my number 2 heavy weapon. So what's my number 1 heavy weapon from the Taken King? Well, I talked about it a minute ago and I mentioned it, but it's the Tormod's Bellows. Just because, and this is the vendor version you could have gotten the first time he sold it. Came with tripod, field scout, and grenades and horseshoes. And the reason it's so good is in PvP, you can get 3 rockets when you open a box. Really strong gun. I'm going for this heavy over here, guys. I need you to stop shooting me for a second. Boom! Alright, reload your gun. When you pull up that heavy ammo box in PvP, you can get 3 rockets. That's what makes it so good. It does have the grenades and horseshoes. It does have the blast radius. It does have the velocity to be great. And it is pretty dang good. This, once I got it, it was the only rocket launcher I used for PvP, just because you have such good talents, good blast radius, and great velocity. The blast radius is not quite as big as like the Vertigo or the 47, so it's situational, but in the PvP situations I'm in, usually it's 6v6, and you need 3 rockets, so it's good to have them. So that's my top sidearms and top heavies. Let me know what you guys think. I'm always interested to see what you have to say, which ones were your best. I know the legendaries will all differ pretty heavily on, because we can all get different talents and different roles, but let me know in the comments which ones are your top, and I'm gonna get out of here. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Until next time, I'm Death from Above. Leave a like if you've enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you later. See you, bye.